If you are wondering where you can get a comprehensive report about Microsoft Defender Antivirus health status, this video is for you. Let me show the place where you can go to get information like the platform updates, the AV definitions updates, last quick scan, last full scan, if there was any error when running a full scan, and so much more. Stay tuned and let me show the place to get it. In order to get a Defender for endpoint reporting, step number one is go into the security.microsoft.com, what I did here already. Actually, before I dive into the reporting straight away, let me just show the lab I've built so far in order to just put together all the pieces. If here on the left I click on the devices, as you can see now, it's coming, slowly it's coming. Okay, I have a bunch of servers at the moment, server 2012, server 2019, 2016, and a couple of Windows 10 as well. As you can see, yeah, here's the status. It is not real, not a production, it's my own lab. And time by time, I just run some ransomware, some malware, and some other tools just to kind of, elevate the risk level from each of the devices. Also here, another important place to check is, as you can see, all my servers or all my machines at the moment, they are all active. Okay, I want quickly to show, if I click on my server 2016-01, okay, from here, of course, I can start, looking at if there is any missing, patching, if there are alerts and so on. But right now, I want to show a couple of things. The first one, to keep my eye, is always nice to know, in this case, when this server was last seen. Okay, yeah, first time I onboarded this server on April 4th, and last time the server was seen was yesterday. Okay, and another important information to check as well, this is actually very clever from Microsoft. Microsoft, by the time I'm recording this video, a few weeks ago, maybe now 1 or 2 months ago, Microsoft brought this device health status. When you kind of dive into the device, we can see straight away. Really useful information. If there was any, let's say, full scan completed, quick scan, and of course, we always need to pay attention and keep our eye on the engine, platform, and to know if the server, the Defender, is acting as active or passive. Okay, in this case, Microsoft changed the wording as well. Now, when it comes to EDR in block, it means the server is acting as passive mode. Okay, that's very useful, especially when you are doing a transition from a third-party AV into Defender. Then the idea is to keep the third-party AV running, onboard the device as passive, make sure the Defender is fully updated, latest platform, latest definitions, and so on. And then when the time is right, you have checked, you are happy with the onboarding, and then we switch as the Defender, we switch as active, and then we remove the third-party antivirus. Anyway, that's a good way to see the status. Of course, what I want to show now is we can't, especially if you have thousands of devices, go one by one to check the status, if it's active, passive, if there is any missing AV definitions, and so on. This is why now the next step is, finally, let me show you. If I just scroll down in here, the place to go is over reports. Okay, click in here, and good job from Microsoft. They are kind of improving all the reporting we can get from here. As you can see, I could dive into the security reports and email and collaboration and so on. But right now, let me concentrate on endpoint. And the place I really want to share with you is the device health. Okay, if I click on device health, there are 2 tabs you can explore. The first one is more in regards a kind of nice overview about the operating system, the devices, if they are active, inactive. Yeah, as you can see in here, okay, at the moment I'm exploring the sensor health in OS. And then as you can see here, the amount of devices I have in active and passive and so on. In my case, I have, because I haven't touched these VMs for a while, at some stage I had 11 VMs in inactive mode, and then eventually after kind of switching them on, and I just let them run for a while to get all the updates, and then the inactive devices basically dropped. And of course, I got now all those devices pretty much active. Okay, that's that's great. Second, I can see here the the amount of different operating system I have on my infrastructure. In this case, Windows 11, Windows 8.1, and so on. In my case, as quickly you could see a few seconds ago, is 3 Windows 10, and then a couple of servers 2012 up to server 2019. Okay, here, same story, the Windows 10 versions and so on. But anyway, the place I really want to share is, this is the magic button. Okay, when I click on Microsoft Defender Antivirus Health, that's really beneficial, especially, for companies, if they are, they want to be compliant. And some companies, they need to run from the kind of, compliance point of view. They need to run a full scan on every single device, including the servers, maybe once a month. Other companies could be, every quarter and so on. Anyway, that's a place to get a report. Another important aspect is, of course, we want to make sure all the devices are running with the latest updates. And then when I'm talking about updates, I'm talking about engine updates. I'm talking about the security intelligence or the definitions, and talk about the antivirus platform. And we always want those 3 elements to be running on the latest, latest possible version. And that's a place to see. As on my own kind of small lab, as you can see, when it comes to the antivirus engine, I have 7 devices running on the engine 1.1.119 something, and then 2 other devices with kind of, an older engine. At the moment, I don't have any Mac and no Linux on my environment, but the good news, as you can see, if I would have those kind of third-party machines, I could still get all the reporting from here. The security intelligence, same story. I have a couple of devices here on purpose. I haven't switched on all of them, for a few days, just to make sure some of them, they were running a little bit behind. I can see from here. And when it comes to the platform, the antivirus platform version, very important. In these days, again, by the time I'm recording this video, should be at least 4.18, something. And then as you can see, 1 device on 4.18, 2.1 something, 5 devices on another version. And I could be really worried with, I have 2 devices in here. I know they are Windows, not too sure at the moment if they are Windows 10 or 11 or Windows 2019, but 2 devices, they are far away behind the platform 4.18, and that is a kind of red flag for me. I will show how to get a report. And as I was saying a few seconds ago, some companies, the kind of internal policy for compliance point of view, they demand some of the devices to be run a full scan or maybe quick scan. Again, from here we can get a report and get a kind of x-ray when it comes to the quick scan and full scan as well. And the good news is, at the moment I don't really have any device running out of date. Of course, that can be a little bit tricky when it comes to the AV definitions. The device only goes to out of date status after 14 days, if I have a good memory. This is, by default. If you think 14 days is far away, too much, and you want to kind of, flag those devices before that, is not a big deal. You can change the Defender for Endpoint configuration and maybe downgrade that number to 7 days or 3, 4, whatever is the number you think is suitable with your organization. I'm talking about the security intelligence in here. If I go down, same story for the platform. Yeah, that's really not a great news. I have 1 device running out of date when it comes to the platform. Okay, really kind of, nice dashboard in here, but the place that is really useful, especially if you have thousands of devices, is to click on export. And as the name suggests, by the time I click on export, it doesn't matter if you have 5 devices or 5,000 or 50,000 devices, you will get all basically this information and much more into a file. Yeah, as you can see the file, I have downloaded in here. Just to buy a bit of time, I already downloaded this file a few minutes ago and did a bit of formatting just to make sure when I'm presenting here you can see better. Anyway, as you can see, there are a bunch of different columns you can extract. And then let me just go over some of them. And please remember, my idea is to show I have one device that is running, kind of out of date when it comes to the platform update. That can be dangerous enough when it comes to a production environment. Anyway, from here, I can, I have a bunch of information, device ID, the device names. If you, can remember, yeah, these are all my devices in here. Device group, again, if you have created the groups into the Defender for Endpoint, all the versions. The moment is all Windows for me. I could see here Linux and Mac as well. Here the OS platform, Windows 10, 16, and so on. And now if I keep, going to the right-hand side, as you can see, very important, especially when it comes to compliancy. For example, my organization required a full scan every, let's say every 45 days. Yeah, that's a place where I could see if there was any full scan, run or completed, as you can see in here, or maybe it was interrupted by, error or something like that, okay? There is a huge discussion, or can be a huge discussion, around the need to run full scan in these days. By the time, today when I'm recording this video, there are Microsoft pages saying if you have, let's say, if you have been running, or let me keep simple, if you have run one scan, let's say a full scan in the past, and now the devices are active, running with the latest antivirus and the EDR, all the security controls, they are in place and active, there is no need to run full scan anymore, because Microsoft, made a huge progress when it comes to let's say real-time protection. Okay, there is no need for a full scan. I would advise to run quick scan, daily or every few days. And I know some organizations, they are required to run full scan for compliancy. But again, look into Microsoft best practices. There are articles on Microsoft, let's say Microsoft Docs, saying there is no need for that anymore. Anyway, that's the place where you can check if full and quick scan have been run, at some stage on those servers. Very nice as well to see actually how much time, okay, and when those full scan and quick scan, they were, run on the server. And, very important as well, a last seen to see if there are, if the devices, they are still kind of, communicating with the Defender for Cloud backend services and so on. And, okay, but the place, really important for any organization is in here. Okay, yeah, that's the place. If the security intelligence, they are updated, if the engine is fully updated, and if the platform is updated or not, okay? I changed the red, okay, I did myself, unfortunately. When you export a report, it doesn't kind of flag in red. I just did myself to kind of, highlight the story. In this case, you can, as I already did before, if you click in here, and click over data and then just click on filter. Now is easy enough. I have the filters in place. I can come here and find out exactly what are the, what are the devices not, let's say, not compliant when it comes to the platform update. I need to run. Okay, that's fine. Now, oops, I just forgot to click on okay. Let me just clear. I want to see the the guys not updated at the moment. Okay, that's fine. Now if I go back to here, oops, yeah, sorry. Yeah, now I know basically the device that is not, is running, let's say, out of date when it comes to the Defender platform is my device called Windows 10-21. Okay. Anyway, that's a kind of, nice place. Let me see if I miss anything important. If you keep running, no, that's pretty much it. Okay, anyway, that's the best place you can go in order to get a proper, important report when it comes to key information about the Defender antivirus health. And then I'm talking the main elements are, again, antivirus engine version, the antivirus security intelligence version, and the antivirus platform, okay, the kind of three big updates. And it will be nice to keep your eye on the full scan and quick scan as well. Anyway, that was my quick video on Microsoft Defender Antivirus Health Report. If you enjoyed this video, please give a quick like, subscribe my channel, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.